99 problems.
Hello, everyone. It's Jerry at the Fledge. Welcome to 99 Problems, but a pitch ain't one. Today, we're light on our guests. You get to choose two when you vote, and we only have two, so I think it might be a tie. So how you guys doing today?
Pretty
Lovely.
All right. So what we're going to do today, and I'll tell you this, we'll get to it in a few minutes, but what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the importance of pitching today. And before we get into that, though, I want to give a shout out to a competition that we're having that is during the Fledge's Freedom Fest weekend, which is hosted by the Fledge, Power and Passion, a ton of work by Red Bike Delivery. Tell me, everybody, Katie. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on Nation Outside.
Oh yeah, Nation Outside. L-Town Jubilee has put a lot of work into it as well. And just, I mean, a lot of people have come and support the planning meetings at the Fledge, especially a lot of fledglings. So it's going to be a pretty great event.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to help Mark find something. And, you know, this weekend, not this weekend, but during that weekend, we are having an essay contest where we're asking people in 3 age groups, 12 and under, 13 to 17, and 18 and over, to rethink the Declaration of Independence or write what they think freedom means to them. So there's a $300 cash prize for 18 and over, $100 for 13 to 17, and $100 for 12 and under. So I've been reaching out to some people. There's some people interested, but if you'd like to get involved with that, write a quick essay about what freedom means to you or what the Declaration of Independence would say if you wrote it today, and then we'll judge it and we'll award some money. Simple as that. Katie, what would you like to add?
Yeah, I think that you explained it well. I just put the link in the chat if you want to share that for the essay contest, and I can put the link just for the entire Freedom Fest in there too.
Yeah, do that for us if you don't mind.
Okay.
So, Katie, you've pitched at this 99 Problems probably more than anybody. You graduated from One and All, where you have to do at least 2 pitches. You've won the hatching. What has pitching done for you?
Pitching for me has really helped me define and think about my business and what I'm actually doing, narrowing it down kind of. And then also it has helped with contacts and, creating relationships with people that I might not have otherwise. And I mean, I guess it's even helped, take us from homeless to housed. So.
Yeah. And Jeremy, you have pitched probably the second most, if I don't even know, maybe you guys are even tied. And you are about to graduate next week. You submitted your last pitch for One and All yesterday sometime. And what is pitching done for you?
God, so much. Like, I think the main thing it has done for me, though, is to improve my confidence in speaking in front of people, whether it be on a screen like this or in person. It was never something that I was comfortable with, and I just kept doing it, and lo and behold, like that, it turned out that I could actually speak in front of people and be semi-comfortable. I'm still not all the way there, but I don't know if anybody really is. So that is definitely like the biggest positive that it's had. Other things, like just like Katie was saying, the contacts that you make and the ideas that you get to hear from other people are awesome too. And then you can try and collaborate and work on things together. And it's what brings the community together, really.
Yeah. Do you think either one of you, I guess I'll start with Katie. Thank you for that, Jeremy. Do you think you'll ever stop pitching?
I don't think anyone ever stops pitching, even if they know it or not, if it's a business or you're just pitching yourself. But I think we pitch every day. But no, I hate it and I love it. I get really nervous and stressed out about it, but at the same time, after you do it, it's a really good feeling. So yeah, I think I'll continue doing it.
Yeah. Would you're down on your? Can Mark come get the headphones that are laying right there? Would that be all right?
Yeah.
If you go to the isolation booth, there's some headphones if you want to come in. So I'm gonna stick with you for a second, Katie. How many times have you pitched this week?
Oh my gosh. This week, I would say it's more than normal even. I would say at least 15 times a day this week, honestly.
And what's that look like?
That looks like a phone call, asking someone to be a vendor at the resource fair. That looks like, anyone walking into the Fledge and me explaining what they do and or explaining what we do and telling them about the resource fair. And even like at the store, like for some reason, something about it comes up and you talk about it. I haven't been in a pitch competition this week, but yeah.
Well, the pitch competition is just, the practice part, right? It is at the store. They say elevator pitch, but because that must have been like invented in New York or something like that. I don't know how many elevators we have in Lansing, but I usually take the stairs. And so I haven't given an elevator pitch, but I give, pitches all the time. I'll be standing on the porch and someone comes up and says, what exactly does the Fledge do? And I don't want to talk for 14 hours. So I would like to say it in 90 seconds or less.
Yeah. And like at places like Startup Grind too, like Startup Grind last night.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about you, Jeremy? Well, let me ask you one thing, Jeremy. You've always pitched though, right? You've hosted open mics, you've hosted spoken words, you've done spoken word. Is there a difference to you between pitching that way or public speaking maybe that way and pitching?
I think the only difference would be is like I feel like, and this is probably just in my head, that there's more pressure to because I'm building something with this, and that was already kind of established. So it's just that kind of process of and pressure of like bringing something from nothing, or that needs people to invest in it or take interest in it to be successful. With like the open mics and stuff, like there was already people in the doors when we started. So it was much more relaxing that way. But they definitely both have, a similar type of pressure to them. So
yeah. I guess if you're a host, you say, hey, here's singer A, and if singer A stinks, it's not really your fault, right?
Right.
But if everybody hates your 99-second version of Red Bike Delivery, that probably gets kind of personal.
It definitely would be, yes.
So, and not that anybody has ever, well, that one pitch that none of us could read and you were being weird. That was a good one in the tails there, though. I love that pitch for that reason, for sure. Do either of you remember the first time you pitched?
I'm trying to think if it was I just watched one of the old 99 problem videos recently, and I don't know if it was the first one I did, but it was close because I was just going off cuff and had nothing prepared and thought that was the way that I was going to do it. I thought, I know my business, I could pitch it. I don't need to take the time to write anything down, and it was horrible. It wasn't horrible. I still got some information across and did the things that I wanted to do, but like compared to where I am now as far as preparation goes, it's night and day. And I'm grateful that video was there to be able to watch, because you don't really notice your own progression really that much, but when I watched that, it was obvious that this paid off immensely. So
I would love someday to be able to split up all these videos and give you guys a reel of every pitch you've ever done. We gotta make that a thing.
That'd be sweet.
That would be awesome.
So what about you, Katie? The first time you ever pitched?
So the first time I ever pitched like for an audience that was actually a pitch, and I actually knew that I was pitching, I guess, was at the hatching. And I don't know, I used note cards and was super nervous, and I feel like you could tell that I was super nervous. But I also had maybe not prepared, like practiced it enough out loud, but I feel like you and Shannon helped me prepare a lot the actual pitch. So the idea got across, but my presentation of it maybe wasn't good.
Yeah. Do you think what about the first time you pitched to me?
Yeah, the first time I pitched to you was when you were still at the Grand Ledge. Well.
Oh yeah.
Was when you were at the Grand Ledge Fledge, and I was actually pitching a different business. I was doing food prep, and just came to tell you about that and get some advice from you about how to handle like the more business side of it. That was the first time that I did a pitch like that, I guess.
Yeah. So do you think that you could pitch almost anything right now?
Yes. In a way, like, yeah.
You've pitched several different ideas, right? From the clothing company or the t-shirts or whatever it was, to obviously Power and Passion, to that other idea that you had before. Do you think there's a rhythm you have now?
Yeah, I think so. I think once you know what a pitch is and like what should be included in it, it's much easier. And it's always different information, but like you said, it's like a rhythm. Yeah.
I thinking of the first time that I pitched, this is all a fantasy that I have, because I'm sure it didn't go exactly like this, but I used to go around and pick the flowers out of like the old ladies' apartments or townhouses where we lived over on Hague Road. And then I would knock on their door and have to convince them to buy their own flowers from me. And I don't know, I think I've always loved pitching, but I was super shy when I was a kid. But if it was for trying to convince somebody of something, I for some reason loved it.
Yeah, I can like relate to that. I mean, like when you think back, we would go around and try and sing Christmas carols to the neighbors, knocking on doors, and sell babysitting or dog walking and things like that when I was younger. So I think like I've always had like that entrepreneurial spirit in me. But same, like always be nervous about it. But it's like a kind of a good nervous, right? Because like you're super nervous and don't want to do it. But then when you do, even if you're not winning anything, like you feel like I did it. Like even though I was nervous, I did it.
Yeah.
I actually have a similar story of that. We used to sell candy bars for school trips or to win prizes and stuff. And I remember one lady, I was at her door and selling her candy bars, and she was so impressed that she bought me one as well, and that told me that I was a great salesperson and all that stuff. So yeah, I totally forgot about that too. So I'm glad to have a reminder of that.
Were you one of those scammer kids that just goes and buys the M&Ms and then says they're going to basketball camp and it's $5 or whatever?
No, I think my criminal enterprise started later than middle school.
So for me, the last time I pitched where there was really something on the line is when I pitched to the NI or the SBA and the NIST, and we won that $25,000 prize. I mean, I think that it really helped me a lot to have pitched before. What's the most? Well, tell us, Jeremy, today. What message you got back from a after she saw your pitch?
She said that she loved, in capital letters, loved my pitch, and suggested that I apply for other start or accelerator programs like Conquer, and mentioned a hatching that's about food service and stuff like that I should participate in. So I mean, it's like I said, it opens the doors to so many things. Just being able to do that, because if I wouldn't have had taken the time and had the knowledge that I had from doing these shows, I probably wouldn't have been there. I probably wouldn't have got that email. So, yeah, it's awesome.
And would you like to say anything, Katie, about how pitching might have affected you, or some side benefits?
Yeah, I think the greatest thing that I've gotten out of pitching, like outwardly, besides just being able to like really learn more about my business and research my business, because that's what a pitch does too. It makes you research more information. It's the connections and contacts that I've made and the relationships that I've built. But I think like my biggest aha moment, which might be weird with the pitching, is actually when Storm just pitched at Kiana's event, because she's seen me pitching, and then she's pitched here before, and it was an all kids event. And the fact that, like you said, like just like like knew what a pitch was and what needed to be included in it, she just stood out. And it's not even just about business. Like it's just it's a skill that it's a good skill to have, that every kid should learn in school, because she can articulate what she's trying to get across to people in a better way, I guess. Yeah. So that was really cool to see.
So what else would you guys like to say about pitching before I kind of wrap? I got a couple more things and then I'll start to wrap up here. Anything?
I would say pitch your ideas, get your ideas out there, get feedback, make connections. Don't not do it because you're nervous or scared. Like what is it? Like you got to take a risk or whatever,
Well, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, it's all about managing risk and not managing fear. So if you're managing your fear, you're doing it a little bit wrong. Manage your risk. What are the consequences if you do or don't? And what's the probability that you win or you gain something? Because if you're not talking about your idea, I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere. Mm-hmm. So, what about you, Jeremy?
I'd say don't try to reinvent the pitch. I had a history teacher that told me there's been one textbook written, and that's it. Everything else, the words change, but the format is exactly the same in all of them. Every single textbook you've ever read is the same thing. It's just different words. So go with what works and just use it to your benefit, because it's there for a reason. So follow the format and you'll be okay.
Yeah. So, we started 99 Problems, but a Pitch Ain't One during the pandemic. And I say we because I think you two were both there on day one. And I've always wanted to do this, and I've always had the vision that there would be the person pitching would be up on the stage, and there would be a crowd really close, and it's a rap battle style. And I'm guess we're announcing right now that next weekend, instead of having it on Friday, we're going to do it during the Fledge Freedom Fest. What day are we doing it, Katie?
I think we had decided Sunday.
Yeah. So that's going to be live. So we're going to do my dream for the first time ever. And so come and boo and stuff. No, we can't go full on rap battle yet. But, you know, I want to have a DJ and mixing it up a little bit. I think that would be cool. And then I announced on TikTok earlier this week that I would have an announcement today. So what I would like to do, if anybody has a TikTok account, you know, if you make a video, you've kind of got a choice between 15 seconds and 60 seconds. I am going to challenge people, not this week, but the week after. We're going to have 2 pitch competitions during 99 Problems, but a pitch ain't one. The normal one, like we usually do, and we're going to start doing hybrids of live versus online. And then on the TikTok one, 13 seconds, TikTok video. You submit it to us, we play it, and then vote on it. What do you guys think? Could you pitch in 13 seconds?
That's a true elevator pitch right there.
That's a I don't even know, passing somebody in the aisle of the grocery store.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to do it. And David Lopez out there, good friend of mine. I've known him for 73 years. Says the fest sounds fun. It will be fun. It's free. Get over here, David. Come hang out with us. Come sing a song, actually. Bring your guitar. Or we have a guitar.
Yeah.
So back to real quick. What do you think about the TikTok pitch?
I think that's sweet. I have a question about the submissions, though. Are we posting it to our TikTok and tagging the Fledge, or are we submitting it to you and then you'll post it on TikTok?
Where you're posting it on TikTok and tagging the Fledge, probably with some hashtag that's going to be super clever and funny or something like that that we haven't thought of yet. So that's what I'm thinking. What do you think?
I like it. I'm excited.
So, yeah, David said okie dokie. So he'll be here. So thank you, David. And anything else that you guys can think of?
Come to Freedom Fest. If you do the essay, if you want a chance to win the money, and if you have a resource organization and you want to be at the re-entry fair on Monday, contact us to sign up.
Awesome. What about you, Jeremy?
If you need anything delivered, Red Bike Delivery, just get a hold of me on Facebook. That's how it works.
All right. This sounds perfect. So I'm going to go in through the outdoor like usual and play our intro as the outro. Thank you guys for coming and sharing this with us.
See you.
All right. See y'all.
I got